Welcome back to Bacon Bytes. We had a real busy week, and I look forward to getting back home to Omaha here in a few short hours, and hope it's warming up. We had a big vote this week on H.R. 1, which is on voting, and there were some good parts to this bill. For example, the Honest Ads Act, which I support, was in it, and there were some other good aspects of it, but I couldn't support it for the following reasons. First, it's federally funds elections, congressional elections. And I don't think, like my sister, who's a staunch Republican, should have to fund a Democrat congressional candidate, or her son, who is a staunch Democrat, should have to fund a Republican candidate. And I think that's for all of us. We should be able to support and have our tax money go towards candidates we like. And it was going to be a very expensive proposition for the federal taxpayers and just for federal deficit and spending. But secondly, it also restricted people's freedom of speech. It was going after various groups and putting some vague tests on them, to the point that even the ACLU said they could not support the bill because of the freedom of speech concerns. And I know the ACLU generally liked the bill, but they thought it was so egregious in this area that they came out opposed to it as well. And just finally, elections are primarily a state's responsibility. And there are times where the federal government should intervene, though. But I was concerned that this was a federal takeover of elections. A second area this week, we had a lot of discussions on our nuclear triad. As you know, our nuclear deterrents consist of intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine launch missiles, and bombers. And the majority, on the Democrat side, they want to get rid of our ICBM force, that part of the triad, and make it a dyad, or even go to just one leg of our nuclear deterrence. And I think that would weaken our deterrence and threaten the peace. We want to have overwhelming second strike capability to ensure that we never use nuclear weapons, and that will help create a more peaceful environment. So I've come out opposed to those efforts to unilaterally get rid of one of our legs of our nuclear triad. Thirdly, this is good news. ISIS is down to 1 square mile of territory that they hold in Syria. This means, though, that we have a lot of terrorists that we've detained. Right now, 800 terrorists plus from 40 different countries are being detained in Syria. And we're going to have to work with our Western allies and our Middle East allies on how we're going to handle these detainees. We just can't release them. They are terrorists, and they are highly trained terrorists. So we're going to have to develop a plan on how to do this. And this is a problem that we need to figure out soon. Good news. Bill and Yvonne Williams from Omaha were finalists for being the Citizens of the Year, which are appointed from Congress as part of the Medal of Honor Society. And they're one of the 20 finalists, and then in a month from now we'll find out who are the actual winners. And I sure hope it's Bill and Yvonne Williams. But for those who don't know, they've done the honor flight stuff, and they've sent over 3,090 veterans to Washington. World War II veterans, Korean veterans, Vietnam veterans, women veterans, and soon Purple Heart recipients. And they've done great. And they've also done the Medal of our Fallen Heroes Wall that is mobile and goes all over our state, where they recognize all of those who've given their lives in service to their country since 9/11. And now it's in 19 other states. So congratulations to Bill and Yvonne Williams. I look forward to getting back home and shaking hands with many of you. Thank you.